Grazia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, et hora mortis nostrae. Amen. Turn it up. Things so very right. The only time I turn it down is when I'm sleeping alone. Turn up the radio. I need the music. Give me some more. Turn up the radio. I wanna feel it. Got to give me some more. I'm in a trance, no better place to be. Daytime, nighttime, anytime, things so better with rock. I'm going 24 hours a day, I can't see this time. Turn up the radio. Give me some more. Turn up the radio. I wanna be
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Blessed Wednesday. Blessed Wednesday. Let us go quickly. Let us go quickly to the red carpet. Let us welcome Mr. Scott Kazan. Mr. Scott Kazan. Everyone, listen up. Scott, open the ears. Just a little humor. Scott, everyone, it is now exactly here in Puerto Rico. It is exactly 5:35. 5:35 on the East Coast. It is 4:35 at exactly 6 a.m. Puerto Rican time and 5 a.m. Eastern time. I will send the link to Scott Kazan. I will send the link to Scott Kazan. Scott will come up to the panel. He is going to take complete control. He is going to take complete control of this morning's telecast. It will be the morning show with Scott Kazan. The morning show with Scott Kazan. 60 glorious minutes with Scott Kazan. I will not be on the panel. I will not be on the panel. Scott will be by himself, and he is going to have the Wednesday morning program. Scott, I wish you luck. I will be in the control room. I will be in the control room in case you get knocked off, in case you get knocked off, in case you get whacked, in case you get whacked off. I will I will revive you and bring you back and bring you back to life. So at 6 a.m., Scott will have a morning show. Scott, you can touch any topic you want. You can talk about anything that is happening in your state, city, or town. Uh, you can bring up any topic you want. To be clear, no profanity whatsoever, no negativity, no gossip, no drama, no turmoil, no mentioning names, no mentioning names of no one negative. Here we mention names of people in a positive way. To be clear, Scott, you can do a you can do a constructive criticism without mentioning no one's name. So, Scott, I wish you luck. I wish you luck, and you're gonna do good. And before I continue, I want to remind Scott and everyone else, what is the purpose? Why do I do it? I want to motivate Scott. I want to motivate Scott. I want to motivate everyone to activate your channel. I want everyone activate your channel. You have a voice. You have a voice. Who knows? You can be the next You can be the next million sub. I am sorry. You can be the next million sub here on YouTube. Let me explain it. If you activate your channel, who knows? You can be the next star on YouTube and make a lot of money on YouTube. Let me tell you, people, people that have over 1 million subs, people that have over 100,000 subs, they make very good money on YouTube. YouTube pays them directly. So who knows? That is the purpose. That is my purpose. My purpose is to motivate you, to motivate Scott, to motivate everyone. That is the come I give you. I give you an hour, I give you 90 minutes. That way you can motivate yourself and also for you to gain experience. That is my purpose. I have no other purpose. It is in good faith. It is in good faith. So, Scott, it is now exactly 5:40. I will send you the link at 6 a.m. I will send you the link at 6 a.m. You take complete control of the program. You will have 1 hour exactly, and you will close the program completely. Once I send you the link, you will not hear my voice anymore. You are in charge. You are in charge. You will close the program. I would advise you, being that you are going to be on from 6 to 7, at 6:45, at 6:45 Puerto Rican time, 5:45 Eastern time, you round off and you start closing the program. You close the program by thanking everyone in the chat. Once you close the program, and then uh, and then the telecast is over. To be clear, Scott. Once I send you the link, I will introduce you. Once I introduce you, you are in charge. You will not hear my voice anymore. You will not hear my voice anymore. You are the boss. You are in charge. I hope I am clear. And after you finish, the telecast is officially over. I will end the telecast from the control room. In case you fall off, I will put you back on. So good luck, everyone. Sub and support Scott Kazan at 6 a.m. The Scott Kazan Morning Show, only here on YouTube with Uncle Edwin. Okay, everyone, I hope I am clear. Let me greet everyone else. Project DARPA, God bless you. Project DARPA, God bless you. Chris Capello, Chris Capello, God bless you. Hold on, everyone. I don't want to miss no one. Hold on, hold on. Don Kedick, Don Kedick, God bless you always. Hold on, everyone. I don't want to miss no one. I got everyone. I got everyone. And God bless Scott Kazan. Okay, it is now exactly 5:42. Some friendly reminders. Some friendly reminders. Everyone open the ears and activate the brain. Activate the brain. Hold on, everyone. We give thanks to God. We give thanks to God for another sacred Wednesday. We give thanks to God. We give thanks to God for the gift of life. It is a privilege. Every time you wake up in the morning and you are alive, that is a privilege. That is a privilege that God is giving you. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of the gift of life. A lot of people, they wake up, they never give thanks to God for waking up, just to wake up. It is a privilege that God is giving you. Never forget it. Blessed Wednesday for everyone. Hold on, everyone, hold on. Let me remind everyone, Miss Angel Gotti. Yes, Miss Angel Gotti. Miss Angel Gotti will go on tonight, Wednesday night, prime time, 9:15 Eastern Time. 9:15 Eastern Time. Here in Puerto Rico, being that we are 1 hour ahead, Miss Angel will go on at 10:15. Why? Because we are 1 hour ahead. But Miss Angel officially will go on at 9:15 Eastern Time, New York time. So everyone, please sub and support Miss Angel Gotti. Please sub and support Miss Angel Gaddy and become a member. It is only $4.99. It is only $4.99. Become a member and support Miss Angel Gotti. So, Miss Angel, God bless you. God bless your beautiful family. Rest up. It is early. It is early. It is 4:40. I am sorry. It is 4:45. It is 4:45 in the morning at the Gotti Mansion. So go back to sleep, Miss Angel. Go back to sleep and sleep all day. Sleep all day. And we will see you tonight at the Gotti Mansion. At the Gotti Mansion. Okay, hold on, everyone. Okay, Project DARPA weather report from Project DARPA. Project DARPA says that it's snowing. It is snowing. Project DARPA, if you can, pick up some snow in a box and send it to Uncle Edwin. I will need some snow. I need some. I haven't seen snow in many years. So, Project DARPA, go outside, get a box, put in the snow, and send it to me quickly. I want to see some snow. God bless Project DARPA. Okay, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Scott Kazan says it is 22. It is 22 here. That is cold. That is cold. Here in Puerto Rico, it is a cool 85. It is a perfect day for the beach. It is a perfect day for the beach. But Uncle Edwin is not going to the beach. I haven't been to the beach in over 20 years, and I am surrounded by beaches. I am surrounded by beaches. Hold on, everyone. Okay, everyone, let me get to the point. Time is running out, and Scott is up next. It is now 5:47. Okay, quickly. Just some reminders. Just some reminders. And I will be brief as possible. The famous algorithm of YouTube, it is always activated. It is always activated. What it the algorithm, it is always activated. The only way the algorithm benefits you, it is on it is it is on behalf of your content. If your content is good, the algorithm will work for you. That is the correct terminology. If you have good content, positive content that draws the public, you see, the algorithm will work for you. That is the only way it works. Positive, constructive content. And I must say this, there are many on YouTube. Listen to Uncle Edwin. There are many on YouTube that in their mind, their uneducated mind, they think that drama is the way to go. No. Listen to this one. The most successful channels on YouTube. Let me repeat it. The most successful channels on YouTube, they have no drama. They have no drama. They have no profanity. They have no harassment whatsoever. Let me repeat that again. The most successful channels on YouTube, they have no drama whatsoever. They have no profanity whatsoever. And they have no harassment. So if you want to be successful, If you really want to be truly successful on YouTube, your content must be positive content. No profanity, no harassment of no one. Remember that. Always remember that. And let me repeat it again for those that have for those that their brains are not functioning well. If you really want to be successful on YouTube, your channel must be positive with real content. No goof around. No goof around channels. I hope everyone got it. I hope that is reality. Okay, another reminder. I want everyone be an individual. Be an individual. Learn to stand alone. Get out of the gang criminal channels. Get out of the gang criminal channels. You are not going nowhere. The gang leader is keeping you down. The gang leader does not want you to progress. The gang leader does not want you to progress. Get out of them gang channels. Them are criminal gang channels. Them are goof off channels. They are going nowhere. They are going nowhere. They are here today and gone tomorrow. They are here today and gone tomorrow. Many of these gang channels, they tell the people, look, I have 100, I have 200, I have 300 people. Yes, you have 300 people waiting for your demise. You have 300 people in your chat, 200 people waiting for your complete destruction. They just want, it is a mob group. It is a mob group. They just want to see you hang. That is how come. That is how come you have 100, 200, and 300 people in your chat, and your channel is gone tomorrow. Your channel will be gone tomorrow, and you will be gone tomorrow. That is the reality. A real channel, if you want to be successful on YouTube, positive content. Positive content, no profanity, no harassment. And everyone, let me stress this again. Learn to stand alone. Do not let no one dominate you on YouTube. Stand for your beliefs. If your beliefs conflict with the content creator, you unsub, you block, you unfriend, and you activate your own channel. Activate your own channel, or visit channels and chats that represent your values. If you are in a chat that does not represent your values, get out of it. You have the right to get out of it. Be an individual. Learn to stand alone. Learn to stand alone. So I hope I am clear. During the week, another announcement. During the week, I will do a special telecast on ads. Those content creators that are monetized, I will explain what ads mean. I want all the content creators. I want all the content creators that are monetized. Go to your YouTube Studio app. Learn about ads. Learn about ads. You have the right. You have the right to activate it and make some extra pennies. You have the right to activate it and make some extra pennies. Do not let no one tell you otherwise. Do not let no one tell you otherwise. I hope I am clear. Learn, all the content creators that are monetized. Learn about ads. Learn about ads. It is in your YouTube Studio app. Learn, read, do research on it, and then you activate it. That way you can earn some extra pennies. Uh, Extra pennies. It, it will do you good to buy groceries, to support your families. Let no one tell you otherwise. There are many individuals that give false information. They have no knowledge of YouTube. So everyone, learn ads. That is for everyone. And again, let me repeat it. I want everyone, regardless or not, that you have a channel activated, download, download your YouTube Studio app. Download your YouTube Studio app. It will make you a YouTube professional. It will make you a YouTube professional. If you decide, if you decide in the future, if you decide in the future to activate your channel, you will do it the right way and you will have the knowledge. Everyone, everyone, regardless or not, that you have a channel activated, every participant on YouTube, download your YouTube Studio app and learn. And then you go to Google, enter StreamYard, learn about StreamYard. StreamYard will grant you 20 hours for free every month. Learn about StreamYard. Learn about StreamYard. Learn about the YouTube Studio app and become a real YouTuber. Become a real YouTuber. Do it. It is for your benefit. The more you know, the more knowledge you have. None of these demons, none of these demons can give you false information. There are a lot of demons on YouTube giving false information. Why? They don't want you to progress. They don't want you to progress. So everyone, download your YouTube Studio app. Go to Google, register in StreamYard. Learn about StreamYard. And you will become a real YouTuber. Become a real YouTuber. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Okay, everyone, with this comment, with this award-winning comment that I am about to make, I will close my segment. I will close my segment and immediately send the link to Scott Kazan. It is now exactly, hold on, 5:58 here in Puerto Rico and 4:58 on the East Coast. This is my award-winning closing comment. This is for all the content creators. Send the link. Learn to send the link. I am not talking about inviting special guests. I am not talking about that. Learn to send the link like Miss Angel does. Like Miss Angel does. Learn to send the link like Uncle Edwin does, and like many others do. And I will tell you why. Once you listen to a person for more than a half an hour, it doesn't matter who the person is. Once you listen to a person for over 30 minutes, it is enough. It is enough. You must invite people on your panel. Those content creators that refuse to send the link to their people in the chat, they are insecure. Let me repeat it again. If you are a content creator and you do not send the link If you do not send the link to the people in your chat and at least invite them, even if they don't come up, but you had the courtesy of inviting them. If you do not do that, you are insecure. You have serious insecurity problems. You don't want no one else to shine. You have a me, myself, and I channel. You have a me, myself, and I channel. That is a come. I congratulate Miss Angel. And let me repeat it. Miss Angel is capable. She is capable of running a show by herself. She is completely capable. But she chooses to share, to share her channel, like Uncle Edwin does. Every time I go on the air, I invite people. I invite people to come up. I am talking about the people in the chat. I am not talking about inviting a special guest. And let me tell you something about special guests. The majority of special guests, they charge a fee. You see, check this one out. Check this one out. There are many content creators that get mad, because they invited someone that is famous, and they say, and they ask for a fee. That they have the right to do it. If you invite someone famous, if you invite someone famous to be on your panel, they charge a fee, and they have the right to do so. If I invite, this is an example. If I invite Mr. Francisi, he is a gentleman. You can say whatever you want about him. You can like him or dislike him, but he is a gentleman. He is very well educated. He is very well educated. If I invite Mr. Francisi to Uncle Edwin's panel, that way he can be with Uncle Edwin here on the panel, he charges a fee, and I must pay the fee if I want him to appear. There is nothing wrong with that. That is his right. That is his right. That is the way he supports his family. That is the way he supports his family. I cannot get mad. If I invite Mr. Francisi and he tells me, Edwin, I will gladly go on your panel, but I charge an example. I charge $500 for an hour. I have to pay it. If I want Francisi to be on Uncle Edwin, I have to pay it. I cannot get mad at Francisi. I want everyone to learn. If you invite someone famous on your panel, they will charge a fee. They have the right to charge a fee. They are famous. So these ignorant content creators that get mad, no one works for free. If you are famous, you have the right to charge a fee. I hope everyone is learning. But the most important point, if you go on the air every single day, like Uncle Edwin does, like Miss Angel does, send the link, invite people in the people that go into your chat, motivate them. Motivate them. You see, there are many channels, me, myself, and I, me, myself, and I. And let me repeat this again before I send the link to Scott Kazan. Motivate the people that come to see you every day. Treat them with respect. Do not insult them. Even if they don't go on the panel, but you invited them in good faith. And never forget these words. After 30 minutes, in other words, I go on the air every day. After 30 minutes of listening to Uncle Edwin, it is too much. I have to invite someone. People want to hear another voice. People want to hear another opinion. And again, let me congratulate Miss Angel Gotti. Miss Angel has Miss Angel fills up her panel with 10 people. That I congratulate Miss Angel. And again, I must say this, Miss Angel is totally capable of running her own, of being alone on the panel. Do not underestimate the intelligence of Miss Angel. Miss Angel is very intelligent. She is very intelligent, period. So I hope everyone got it. Hold on, everyone. Brian Press. Brian Press. God bless you, Brian. Let everyone welcome Brian Press. Hold on, Brian. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. I got him. Brian Press. I got you, Brian. I got you good. That is the real Brian Press. Blood sample matches. The face recognition matches. I have the complete family biography. Everyone, greet Brian Press. Hold on, Brian. Hold on, Brian Press. Everyone. I got him. I got him good. I got him good. Hold on, Brian. Okay, Brian, you have a wrench now. You have a wrench now. Brian, it is for your protection. Every time you come, every time you decide, because here is voluntary, every time you decide to come to see your Uncle Edwin, that way I know it is you. I know it is you. And Brian, one more thing before I send the link to Scott. According to the blood sample, according to the blood sample that I have, cut down on the French champagne. Your blood sample, your blood sample is showing excessive French champagne. Cut it down. It is expensive. You're gonna go broke drinking champagne, French champagne, at $1,000 a bottle. Imagine that. Brian, time to start saving money. A big hug for everyone. Greet Brian Press. Brian Press. Okay, enough of that, Uncle Edwin. Enough of that old man. It is now 6:07. Let me get the link. Let me get the link for Scott Kazan. Hold on, Scott. Hold on. Hold on, Scott. Hold on, Scott. Okay, hold on, hold on. Wait, wait. Okay, I got it. I got it. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay, hold on. Okay, okay. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, I got it. I got it. Hold on, everyone. Okay, everyone. Scott Kazan. The link is in the chat. The link. The link is only for Scott. The link is only for Scott Kazan. As soon as Scott comes, as soon as Scott arrives at the backstage, I will introduce him. Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, everyone. Everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, live, the morning show, the morning Wednesday show with Scott Kazan. Scott, good luck. God bless you. You are the boss. You are the boss. It is now 6, I am sorry. It is now 6:09. You have until 7:09. 7:09, 15 minutes before 7:09, start closing the program and say goodbye to everyone individually. Okay, Scott, good luck, and I give you a big hug.
Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you guys. The last time I checked, there was 9 people in the room. Um, as you know, my name is Scott, and I got the chat open for myself so I could see what people are saying. Um, this was quite unexpected, so very soon, but I got to start somewhere. So yeah, I do have my best suit on, hopefully. Um, I like to start out by thanking Edwin for giving me this opportunity of doing this by myself. I like to thank Angel Gotti for allowing me to be on the panel at various times and get to know the situations and stuff like that. Um, it was quite different where I was in front of 200, 300 people at one time. But without no further ado, I like to say hi to everybody. There's a lot of people in here. I got 45 minutes. You know who you are, and I like to say hello and God bless. I would like to open up this program, and I like to dedicate this to my cousin Matthew. And I know I'm not supposed to say names, but his name's Matthew. On Saturday would have been his 41st birthday, and he passed away in February from a short bout of gastritis cancer. And I remember hearing the news that he had it, and I heard the news that he passed. And I just sat back and I just wondered about my own mortality. What is my mortality? And how do I go forward? Or how did I get to this point? The answer to that is when I was 30, I was an alcoholic. And what happened was I went to the doctors one day and they found that I had elevated enzymes in my liver. And my doctor told me that if I didn't stop what I was doing, I wouldn't see 40. Here I am. I'm 3 weeks away from hitting 49. I'm still here and rocking it. But what happened this year made me think about my own life and how I want to go forward. And it's been great. There's been a couple hurdles, but I'm doing good. I got a job, got a home, have a vehicle. I'm just going one day at a time. And the best advice I could give somebody right now, and I gotta give thanks to Edwin because he's spot on. You gotta stand alone. You gotta think of yourself, not say selfishly, but think of yourself and take care of yourself. Thank you, Brian Press. Thank you, brother. And, you know, in my lifetime, when I was younger, I remember that I wasn't dealing with people my own age. Like if I was 21, I was talking to people that were in their 30s and their 40s. I thrived on maturity. And I think I turned out okay because my grandfather used to tell me, excuse me, my grandfather used to tell me, if you keep your eyes open, your ears open, and your mouth shut, you might learn something. And he's totally right. You got to observe what's around you. Um, the thing is that Um, there's, like I said, there's a lot of things that Edwin has touched on about people trying to control people. I'm not saying these people are weak, but they have to realize that they got a decision to make. And that decision is to stand alone. It could be an addiction, which I had towards alcohol. It could be somebody that I knew or know. I'm saying no because that the person's still alive, thankfully, had an addiction to drugs. They have a choice to stand alone. They have a choice to make themselves right. And what I'm trying to say to everybody else is that coming from a person myself with a 11th grade education, you have to look at everything around you, everything. Take it all in, the right and the wrong. And there's one thing that I listened when Edwin was talking a couple days ago, and he had a story when he was a kid, when he was I forgot the age, maybe 10 or 11. He stole a hubcap. It doesn't seem to be a big deal, but it is, because that could lead to many other things. Um, like stealing a car. But when I was 13, 14 years old, I was arrested. I'm not ashamed of it. And not proud of it, but not ashamed of it, because it was a learning experience. I never did that thing again, where it was a nighttime break-in after hours. Um, I learned from it and I moved forward. Um, did I, you know, when I got older, I might have run into somebody that did something similar. I would tell them my experience. I would say, hey, look, you got a chance to correct yourself, period. Don't go back and do it. I mean, a lot of people do this. I mean, it just drives me crazy. They say, well, I screwed up, but yet they go back and do the same thing over and over again. Where does it end? And there's a lot of people, like I said, that make a choice like that, and it just drives me stir crazy. Excuse me. So when people, and I'll just say this, I am watching the chat. If you got any questions, anything at all, feel free to ask. This is our channel, not just mine. This is your channel. So you can ask me anything you want. And I would like to say hello to Brian. He's been posting left and right here. DARPA. Scrolling. We got Don Kedick. Blessings, brother. Blessings for everybody. Chris Capello. Is that how you pronounce the name? Hello. That's about it for now. But anyways, like I said, I'm 49 years old. I got probably, I hope I have 20 more years left in the tank. After 70, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I've been a long time smoker. That's going to be a deterrent. I'm trying to quit smoking, but it's just that is true, DARPA. And I've always said this to the younger kids, and I say kids like 18 to 25 demographic, that yes, you do only live once. But if I didn't do half the stuff that I did when I was younger, I would have been, I wouldn't have stories to tell, and it's kind of wild when I think about it. And it's not like I did anything to hurt anybody. It was more or less to set myself back a little bit, like, you know, um, going to the NASCAR races locally. I'm from Massachusetts and I go to races in Connecticut. And, you do things at the, you do things at the racetrack in terms of tailgating and antics and stuff like that. But you look back at it like 25, 30 years ago and you go, wow, I did that. But I like to say that, it's been all right for me anyway. And going back to when I started all of this, when um, the first person I listened to was Lee Cole, because he did a lot of wrestling stuff, and I got to be on his panel. That's where I met Angel Gotti, and then I started listening to her and in the show and stuff like that. And I met a lot of great people along the way, a lot of great people along the way. And then I met Edwin, and he's always been a great guy, always. And then many of you people that are here, I met along the way, and it's been a great experience for the last year or so. I think over a year. If I recall, it was probably in the summer of last year where I started all of that. So I hope to do this again sometime. It is currently 5:22 on a very chilly morning in Massachusetts. Very chilly. A lot of frost on their vehicles. A lot of coffee being drank. The thing is, where do I go from here? Do I want to start a channel? I'm thinking about it, but right now I'm getting my feet wet to see where I go with this, to see if I could, put time into it. I do work a lot. I work nights. I did get back a half hour, 45, about an hour, a little less than an hour ago. I do work the night shift. So is anybody going to be listening to me at 5 a.m? I don't know. And I certainly can't do it at prime time because I'm working. But yeah, it's I believe it's something to look to down the road. With that being said, I like to tell you about what's been going on. Not in say my personal life, but it was my personal life a couple of years ago. Okay, absolutely, DARPA. You can't change the past. That is correct, but you can change the future. The future is unlimited. Leave everything behind in your past. Start fresh today and work towards tomorrow. That's what I figured out when I was 30. And let me tell you a story about that anyway. So when I was in the doctor's office and they told me this, they gave me pamphlets for AA. And people can take this in different ways. I was never a person that would drive while loaded. Um, if I went over to someone's house and we had a few beers together or something, I leave my keys on the counter. If that person did not allow that, I didn't stay over there. I didn't go over there, period. But in terms of the situation, my health was a question. So they gave me a pamphlet to go and, to read. And I did go to AA for 3 sessions. A lot of people that were in there, if people have never been in this situation, it is where a lot of people have to go there. It's court ordered. I was a walk-in. I could leave at any time. Maybe in my 30-year-old mind at the time, maybe I didn't think about it right. Maybe I could have thought about it differently. But in terms of those 3 sessions that I went to, it was kind of unusual for me. At the time, I wasn't really a good talker. I was more of the observant type. So I sat and I listened, and they all said the same thing. What are those same things? I lost my job, I lost my car, lost my family, in no particular order, but it was the same thing. And I had a realization when I sat in one of those meetings that these people were sorry, really sorry for what they had done. Now, if they weren't caught, either A, drunk driving or disorderly conduct or whatever, they still would have been doing it today. The only reason why that they're in this situation is that they were caught doing something, which means they didn't have accountability for their actions. And I know that's difficult to say, or that it's difficult to hear if anybody's been in that situation. I made a choice to walk out on that 3rd session, and I stood alone and I kicked the habit alone. Best decision I've ever made. Hopefully, I'm not saying hopefully, but if there's a person that has the same situation happen, maybe I could help them out. But it's up to them. It's up to them if they want help. But like I said, if you guys have a question, feel free to ask. I'm willing to dedicate my show to the audience. I know that sounds like I'm a rock star, but for the time being, it was nerve-wracking being announced that I was going to be here today. A little bit nerve-wracking to be alone. Usually I have somebody to talk to on the other side. Sometimes I could read chat and oh, thank you, DARPA. Thank you. I haven't done a lot of content lately, but I've had this YouTube account for 15 years. So I've been around for a while. So let me talk about myself in a non-condescending way. My background through the years up to this point, I'm a huge meteorology buff. Huge meteorology buff. I monitor the weather all the time. We don't get storms like Texas and hurricanes over Puerto Rico or Cuba with Melissa, right? But I watch thunderstorms. I'll watch the radar. I am in a ham radio group, which I don't have a ham radio, but what I do is I'll contact the ham operators. Those ham operators will go and relate my message to the National Weather Service out in Albany. I haven't gone to Norton, Mass yet because there's not a group that does exist in terms of Facebook and on Discord. But I monitor the weather. If there's a situation, I'll give a warning out on my Facebook page. Or even if I'm on the road looking at a storm, I don't recall hearing about Ryan Hall. Is it on the Weather Channel? While you answer that, I'll continue. Um, so I'll monitor the thunderstorms as they pass over. If there's damage, I'll take pictures. Not like someone's house, but street. Telephone lines down, whatever, trees down, whatever, but not anybody's yard or anything. That's private. Um, Sometimes I'll even assist where I'll drive maybe 300, 400 feet away from where a tree fell, have people turn around um, until the local DPW, which is the people that take care of stuff like this, where um, they'll block off the street on their own, but sometimes things happen where there's multiple streets that have issues. Just help out the community. I think those used to be weatherman for some Midwestern city. YouTube stuff. Oh yeah, so on YouTube, there's a lot of people that do that, and locally, there's a guy who just does the daily forecast, next 48 to 72 hours, and he does like the weather, and everybody. I mean, for being from a small town in Massachusetts, he's got like 25,000 followers. It's crazy. And he puts everybody on alert if something's happening, and it's kind of wild. But we have this technology now that we can do that. But sometimes technology, and we've seen this a lot, sometimes technology rears its ugly head. The internet trolls, the demons, online demons and stuff like that, no matter if it's on YouTube or Facebook or even Instagram, which I don't go on. Very seldom I'll go on Instagram. And those are the people you have to stay away from. But you realize this, that 30 years ago, we didn't even have cell phones. If we did, it was the size of a woman's purse. And I remember our first cell phone, and it was that size. And we connected it to the cigarette lighter in the vehicle. And when you didn't use the phone, you took that bag that the phone was in and you stuffed it under the seat. Well, see, back in the day, back 30 years ago, we barely had internet, and there was no, internet trolling. It's ridiculous now. We have all that technology and we're abusing it. Whereas this could be a wonderful thing. Case in point, and this just happened yesterday. In my hometown, I took a drive, I got gas, I was coming back, and I was driving by a school, and I seen the ambulance pull out of the school with their lights on. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I looked at the clock on my phone, and that's when the kids get out. I'm like, okay. So I went on my town website, or my town Facebook, and I asked a simple question: what happened? What's going on? Because there's an ambulance heading out, going down towards the hospital. And put it mildly, maybe a little bit of abrasive, I literally got castrated in the post, where they said, never mind your own business. This is no business of yours. But I thought about it. I'm going, what if it was someone's kid that was in there? I don't have kids of my own. I don't. But what if it was somebody's kid that had a medical issue, or might have been a scuffle heading out towards the bus? Who knows? This is the world we live in now. It's wild. I have a scanner too, DARPA. I've been a scanner operator for, I have to think back. I got my first scanner at 14. when it was all analog. And I got towns around my area, and I used to listen to it religiously. I mean, it was a very wild experience where you get to hear the codes and you have to learn the codes. And one time I could hear there was a police chase and they were telling where these people were heading, and you know, but it's good for public knowledge too. Absolutely, it's very good for public knowledge. But with the scanners today, it's gone digital. So if you have an analog scanner, it's not going to pick up those digital frequencies anymore. Yeah, I had a Bearcat 7-foot antenna. I never did that. I always had the antenna in the back of the scanner, and it picked up everything anyway. In the local area, like say in a 20-mile radius. Excuse me. Yes, I did have a cigarette, so take the edge off. My scanner was a Bearcat. Oh man, I forgot the number and the letters. I still have it in a box. I haven't taken it out. But I do have a Uniden BC 15X. I think that's what it is. Next time I take it out of the box, I'll because I do have a couple scanners at the house. Next time I take it out of the box, that was my first scanner, I believe. But back in the old days, we were doing the 33 megahertz. That was for the fire departments. I think it was 33 and 45 megahertz, I think. Yeah, I'll tell you a story about the handheld. So, in my racing days, I used to, like I mentioned a couple of days ago, that I used to mentor 2 children in go-kart racing, and they have a transponder on the go-kart. They have like an earbud in their ear for the race control in the booth. So they have to get into a certain order. Somebody on the radio would tell them to get here, to get there, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And the 12-year-old kid that I was mentoring, he came up with the idea that he could put another earbud in the other ear. And on this phone, on this app, on the phone, it's called CB Talk. And CB Talk was, or it still is, I haven't used it in a while. It's an app that emulates the CB radio. And what I used to do is I used to talk on the app, and he would have a phone inside of his jacket with the Bluetooth earbud in his ear, and I used to tell him where everything's happening around him. That's illegal. I could have got myself thrown out for that, but sometimes rules are made to be broken. But yeah, like I said, that's why we have all this technology. If I thought 30 years ago we would have all this, it's wild. It's absolutely wild to even think about it. So it is now 5:39. Still got a few minutes to go. If I did my mathematics right, it's 5:58, right, Edwin? You can chime in. Oh, he must be making his breakfast. Okay. Um, so I'd like to tell you a short story when I was a kid, and I know I'm just rambling on, but we lost a tremendous artist this year, Ozzy Osbourne, and he had a career that spanned 56 years, whereas some people come and go in a matter of 3 or 4. He weathered everything, grunge, disco, um, and stuff like that. Well, anyways, I was 13 years old. I'm going to go back even further than that. I was 8 years old. My parents had a turntable, a record player, and my mom's records were on one side. My my mother's records were on one side, and my dad's was on the other. So I'm going through them at 8 years old. And when I was 8 years old, my parents were doing papers. They're on the paper route. And we used to have the radio on all the time. I listened to mostly everything. So, anyways, I'm taking these records out. I'm looking at um the I'm looking at the records, and I recognized a few bands, like the Eagles, um, Queen, stuff that they were coming out with in the mid '80s, which was kind of wild to see. Autograph, and they were a flash in a pan group, But anyways, I'm looking through all the record covers and stuff like that. My dad had stuff from the pre-Beatles, like Dave's Five Band, if I'm pronouncing it right, um, among other things. But I was starting to pull out my mother's, and she had all those classic rock albums back in the day. And I pulled out this one album, and Mom's like, "No, you're not going to listen to it. You're too young." It was a black. The majority of the album was black, and it had a little figure in the front, and it was blurred. That's how the album cover was. And she's like, "No, you're not listening to it. You're too young." Mm-hmm. Well, it's close. It's Paranoid. Um, but anyways, I put the record back in the thing and forgot about it. So when I was 13, I was actually doing a lot of lawn mowing, particularly for the elderly around my neighborhood. Made some cash, and my friend, my neighbor, my best friend, and he says, "My mom's going to the mall. You want to hang out at the mall?" I said, "Yeah, okay." So we went to the mall, and I picked up the Black Sabbath Paranoid. Now, like I said, I'm listening to classic rock, stuff like that, right? Had no idea what happened 5 years ago. Totally forgot about it. So I remember my friend telling me that it was almost time for dinner. I'm going to go to the house, have dinner, but come back over here and play the tape. I said, okay. So I couldn't wait. So I went back to the house. I took the cellophane off the cassette. I put in the tape player, and I got 2 minutes into War Pigs, and then I hear a knock on the door. And I'm going, okay, maybe it's too loud. So I open up the door. My mom's standing there. She's like, "So you got the tape, huh?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I didn't tell anybody nothing." The only person that knew was my best friend. So she's like, "Remember that album I told you not to listen to?" And I'm thinking back. I'm going, "Oh no, oh boy, I'm in trouble now." She goes, "No, no, 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 no." She goes, "You're 13." She goes, "But can I listen to it with you?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So we're standing in the room, we're talking, and we're listening to the tape. And she's like, "This brings back memories. I was a senior in high school when this album was released. I got it at the record store down the street, in the center of town." And I look at the back of the the cassette, the cassette package, and it said copyright 1970. Well, my mother graduated in 71. So I'm sitting there listening to something that she listened to for, 20 years ago. So if she had to do a couple errands around town or something, she always used to ask me if she could borrow the tape. But later on that year, it was either Christmas or my birthday, because my birthday is 11 days before. My birthday is 11 days before Christmas. It's on the 14th. She ended up giving me the first album of Black Sabbath. But yeah, that's my Black Sabbath story. And with the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, and I don't usually get jolted by it, but it did hit me a little hard because, like I said, this guy's been around for freaking, over 50 years. I mean, there's grandkids that are at the concert over in Birmingham this past July. Multi-generational. And a lot of artists don't do that. A lot of them don't. They're either in the 70s, they break up and they just, they drift off, or very few of them are around. Okay, so it is now 5:46. I think I got 15 minutes left. So yeah, yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, it's like we were talking my family was talking about this at the 4th of July gathering, which was the day before the Birmingham show. Like, I can't believe it. He's going to be doing his final concert, and like 17 days later, he passes away, right? It's like, what just happened? But he went out the way he, he went out the way he wanted. He wasn't going to be on the stage saying, "Hey, thanks for everything." Da, 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 da. He went out there and he did his show. Even though it was abbreviated, he did his show. He went out like a champ. So, we only got like a few minutes left. I'm going to close this down. I like to thank everybody that is either listening, chatted with me throughout this thing. This was totally nerve-wracking. Thank you, DARPA. Blessings to you. Brian, if you're still out there, blessings to you, brother. Let's see. Don Kedick, blessings to you, brother, if you're still out there. I think that's about Cheech. I think that's how you say it. Cheech, blessings to you, brother. If there's anybody that I missed, I'm scrolling. I think I got everybody. Chris Capello, blessings, brother, if you're still out there listening. Anyways, we got like 10 minutes left. I am going to give this back to Edwin. Thank you very much for listening to me just rambling on. I hope to do this again at some point. And you guys have a very good day out there. Behave. Don't get into trouble. No stealing hubcaps, please. Yeah, if he wants to get back on, I can get him back on here, I think. You see here. Are you still out there, Edwin? Thanks, Cheech. I just don't want to just evaporate in thin air. Anyways, depending on where you are, just be aware of your surroundings. Be careful out there. There's a lot of people out there that sometimes lose their minds. Don't be one of them. Anyways, everybody, you guys have a marvelous day. God bless. And I'll see you sometime around. Good night, all. Well, actually, good morning. It's good night for me. So have a great day, guys.
Turn it up. I'm working hard, you're working too. We do it every day. For every minute I have to work, I need a minute of break. Things so very right. The only time I turn it down is when I'm sleeping alone. Turn up the radio. I need the music. Give me some more. Turn up the radio. I wanna feel it. Got to give me some more. Now listen. I wanna say, I wanna dance. So count it on 1, 2, 3. I feel the beat. I'm in a trance. No better place to be. Daytime, nighttime, anytime. Things so better with rock. I'm going 24 hours a day. I can't see this time. Turn up the radio. I need the music. Give me some more. Turn up the radio. I wanna feel it. Got to give me some more. Turn up.
A few seconds away from switching to the redundant sense sequencer. T-minus 27 seconds. We have gone for redundant set sequencer start. T-minus 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15, 14, 13. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.